right, Mild Sauce, live weekends. It's Sunday, a special Sunday edition of the Steve Breit Rock Discovery Show. We are back and we are live. So good to see you. Good to have you out on this beautiful Sunday afternoon in Chicago. How you doing, Jake?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We're back here in the control room. We got a whole control situation set up back here today.
Every week provides new challenges for us to overcome and rock out.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fun if we didn't have to figure something out. So, But we're back. We're back.
Yep. So another weekend, another deep dive into the badass shit going in and around the city. So
and happy 4th of July. You know.
Yeah,
it's not a great time to celebrate America, but you know.
But here we are, another year, another 4th. You know, it's been a beautiful weekend. I hope everybody's been getting out and about and enjoying themselves. I know I have.
Cookouts?
Yep, absolutely. I was, you know, thinking back the other night, like, you know, the best thing about 4th of July is like the 4th of July leftovers. I've been eating like steaks and hot dogs like all weekend long.
That's super real. Yeah. Day-old hot dogs and stuff. Did you see that thing about the hot dog water?
No.
There's like a guy in California who was like selling people a hot dog water with a hot dog in it, like an uncooked hot dog, and saying that it had health benefits.
Weird.
And he did it just to like troll the industry. Sorry, that just made me think.
I appreciate that trolling though.
Yeah, it's a great way to use your 4th of July leftovers.
Yeah, fuck it, have some fun.
Some hot dog water.
If people are gullible enough to do it, go for it.
I don't know.
But before we get into our standard operating procedure as we do on the weekends, I had a couple announcements that I wanted to give shouts out to before we get into things. So this weekend has been very busy, and I will be out at Reggie's tomorrow night to see the Yob and Bellwitch show. That was a second show added because tonight's show sold out so quickly. So, you know, if you're vibing on the metal stuff, there's definitely going to be a badass show tomorrow night that I'm going to be rocking out to. And then additionally, so there's a great organization in Chicago called Pure Joy, and they are trying to collect money and get together an all-ages DIY space for local and touring underground punk bands that are coming through the city. So they're doing a fundraiser at Demo's Pizza on July 12th. And it's going to be Choked Up, Melanin, Pledge Drive, and Molkajete, which we've talked about fondly in past episodes. And they're going to be putting on a great fundraiser, and that's going to be July 12th at Demo's Pizza. And then the next night, there's going to be a great show, which I'm also going to be going out to, and that is going to be Alice Bag at Chi-Town Football with Feruza Bruta, Primitive Teeth, Porno Glows, and Kierpo. Butchering the beautiful Spanish language again. That's my
Steve can't speak Spanish.
I can't. But no, this is going to be another excellent show, and definitely if you are out and about in the city, this is one to check out. Alice Bag is a punk rock legend, lead singer of the first Latin punk band, one of the first 100 punks in L.A. I mean, this is ground zero punk roots right here, coming to Chicago July 13th at Chi-Town Football. It's going to be a great night out. Again, this is going to be with Feruza Bruta and Primitive Teeth, who we have also spoken about on previous episodes, and great bands all around. So you'll be able to catch me there. I will be out and about at that show, and I hope to see everybody out for that. Now that we've got some of that stuff out of the way, we can get into our normal routines and moving into the next annual weekly segment on the show. We've got our beer of the week, and thematically, so this week, as you can guess off of the top track that we heard, this is going to be a heavy show. This is going to be a show that I wanted to do about a month ago. This is going to be a review of the Slayer farewell tour that came to Chicago in the beginning of June, end of May, right around the cusp of the month. And that was a great show down on the south side in Tinley Park. Over 20,000 people in attendance. That was Testament, Lamb of God, Anthrax, Behemoth, and Slayer. So we'll be getting into a bunch of that as the episode kind of plays out. But kind of in the theme of that, and we're getting out of the local beers, but we are still keeping it microbrew and underground brews. So this week's episode, in honor of that show that we're going to be talking about today, we're going to be drinking Butternut Beer and Ale out of Garrettsville, New Jersey, and we're going to be rocking out to their Anthrax War Dance Pale Ale. Now, Jake kind of pointed out.
Personally, feel like it's a tough name.
Yeah. Yeah, we were kind of having a discussion before the episode that, naming your beer Anthrax may not be the wisest thing. But, as it says on the can, it's brewed by metalheads, so they're in the know. And this is pretty good. It's a milder pale ale. If anybody caught our in-store appearance last week at Emporium, we were rocking out to the PBR IPA, or APA,
right.
My bad, PBR APA, which was a nice, mild, summer drinking session pale ale. And I'd say this has a little bit more teeth than the PBR, but it's not, this is in the realm of like a Founders all-day IPA. It's a nice, easy drinking IPA. It doesn't have that crazy Lagunitas level hop stupid, you know what I mean, like chewing your beer heavy level of hops. It's a 5.5 ABV, and like I said, it's mild on the hops. So it's a nice summer drinker. This one will be sliding back pretty easy throughout the course of this episode. So good stuff from Butternuts Beer and Ale out of Garrettsville, New Jersey. Good stuff and good band to be linking up with. So that is that.
That is the beer.
Yeah, what do you think of it?
I'm about to take my first sip.
All right.
Right now. It's a thick one.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on there a little bit. It's kind of soupy.
It's a pale ale, so
Yeah.
you're getting that level of hop bitterness. But
Yeah.
like I said, it's
Not too
not
much.
it's not the heaviest hop beer I've ever had. It's I
Steve's
think
been around the block a few
Goose
times.
Island puts out some heavy ones. Lagunitas in town puts out some real heavy ones. I think if you're a hop fan, you know where to go to get some. But this is a nice little change of pace. So I'm leading into our next kind of annual segment.
The annual segment.
The annual.
Traditions.
So getting into the shirt. So again, because this is the thematic for the week, I am wearing my Slayer VIP limited edition shirt from, I believe it was the 2015 tour. This was a shirt that I had inadvertently, let's say, picked up. I wanted to go see that show in 2015. Show sold out, but I was already in the sales window at Ticketmaster, but I was in the VIP window. So I was like, well, all right, I want to go see the show. I'll pay the money. And
So you did the VIP?
I did the VIP. It came with this great shirt. Like I said, it's a little aggro. So I don't wear this one a lot, but it's a good shirt. Came with an autographed poster from the band. Came with a ridiculous Slayer snow globe that I'd thought about bringing.
Slayer snow globe. You told me about that.
It's got red specks on the inside, of course.
Why did they think they needed to do a snow globe?
I don't know. It's really ostentatious, and it sits on my bookshelf. And
Yeah, well,
now that I have it, I display it. But it's certainly something that I didn't expect, and it's a little bit of a wild thing. But no, very good stuff all around. Came with, I think, a bag, a poster, the shirt, the snow globe. Good stuff, you know what I mean? VIP access to the upstairs. This was at the Vic Theater. I
was it the
believe
Vic?
they had... No, my bad. It was at the Riviera.
oh, okay. Right.
Riviera.
Well, very easy to get confused. Where? What did they have you sitting for VIP? Were you in one of the boxes and stuff on the side? Or?
Yeah, they had the upstairs opened up for the VIP, and then they had, the bathrooms, the bartenders. So, a little less chaos downstairs. So
Riviera can get a little, nuts.
Yeah, the Riviera, I found that they're not shy about overselling, and the downstairs can get pretty obscene in terms of the packed-in crowds.
And they just have that massive bar at the back up there, so it's like, that place is so weird. I don't know.
Yeah, and that bar, good luck getting anywhere, inside there to drink. I usually go out into the lobby area to get my beers. It's quicker and easier.
Yeah. Or mine's always the second floor back right. Every time there's a Red Bull thing or something like that, I always pop, pop, pop. There's always like no one ever makes it that far, I think.
Yeah, that's the fun thing I think about, like, being in the city and being at these same venues, a million times over. It's like you learn, like, all right, the suburbanites, they're not gonna, like, at the Metro, like, go upstairs and then kick all the way around to, like, stage right,
Right.
and then
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
kind of sneak in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, there's a few areas, and then same thing. I was just at a show last week at the Bottom Lounge, and the same thing. It's like if you go around the bar and then go, like, stage left, you can get, like, right up in front without,
Yeah.
like, any
Every
crowds.
time. Yeah, yeah. No, it's funny. I was trying to think of a few off the top of my head.
Talia Hall's the same way. If you go, like, stage left, like, because the bar is all on the back right.
Yeah.
If you kind of, like, shimmy up the wall stage left, you can get, like, right in front at Talia.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think even subconsciously, I like have spots that I'll just go to at certain venues. You know what I mean? Like, I just love find myself back in the same spot. Like at the Metro, especially like covering shows a lot or like writing about them. It's like I don't feel like I always have to be in the middle of shit. So like, I'll like those little rise. They have like a little rise
Yeah.
at the back of the Metro on the first floor.
Yeah, like the stage left riser is a go-to for me.
Yeah,
like,
because you
over
can
on the
stand just a
side.
few inches above everybody. You can see everything. You're chilling. Like, that's decent. But that VIP area at the Metro sometimes is pretty clutch for, like, I remember I was at a Lil Uzi Vert show there, and I was, again, covering it for a magazine. It was just the craziest shit you've ever seen. Like, and so it was like, I did not want to be down in the crowd.
Right.
It's like saying my blessings to be up there. But, yeah, no, I mean, every venue, like Lincoln Hall is great because that's like the only venue you can like get really good food and see the show. So like if you're smart, you get the food and you sit up on the balcony upstairs, and then it's like the only venue I think in Chicago. Don't quote me on that. I mean Reggie's, but Reggie's isn't the same.
Yeah, Reggie's I've noticed too. Like if you go stage right.
Well, Reggie's is a place you gotta know your nook.
Yeah.
Because like there's stair people. Some people are stair people and they only go to those stairs on the side. You know what I mean? And like other people are completely opposite. And like there's I don't know if you ever noticed, but if you go upstairs at Reggie's, the second floor,
Yeah.
they have those big lounge chairs. Have you ever noticed that? Like,
I've
you're really
sat
smart,
up there for a couple of shows,
dude. If you're smart, like if you're a veteran and you've been going to Reggie's for a minute, you go sit in those like lounge chairs up there and watch the show, have a cocktail. There's no better way to watch a show. Like, yeah, that place is great. But yeah, like Lincoln Hall, man, it's like the only place I think you can get like a really good meal and see a good show.
Yeah.
They have a great kitchen and a great venue, so it's like, yeah, that's like my thing now at my age. I'm like, can I get a cheap beer, a good food, and watch the show? Oh man, I'm definitely there.
Yeah, I mean, if you time things right, Talia Hall, you can get downstairs into that, into the restaurant and bar.
But I'm
and stuff.
talking at Lincoln Hall, you can actually eat
in
your food
in the venue.
in the venue while you're watching the show. That's next level.
The only other time I've had good food at a venue similar to that was at City Winery.
Yeah,
You know, they've got the restaurant there, but that's if you're going for some easy listening or some stand up comedy, that's a good venue. Otherwise, that's a weird spot to see a show.
Yeah, I saw Aaron Kane there a few years back, and it was just like it's all seated, so it's just like you're not used to.
And it's not like rows; it's like that weird like rays off
I
the
kind of like
stage
that a
with
little
the tables.
bit. Like they also kind of has that old like banquet singer feel, like old like Lenny Bruce comedy in the Catskills or some shit.
Yeah. Obviously, we all have our own tastes, and